In a shocking and unprecedented move, Prime Minister Kia Starmer announced live on television that the 2025 local elections would be postponed until 2027. The decision, made without prior consultation or parliamentary debate, has sent shockwaves through the political landscape. Starmer has justified the delay as unnecessary for council reform, but critics are raising alarms, questioning the true motives behind this sudden announcement. The political fallout has been swift and severe. Inside the Labour Party, a once unified front is now fracturing. Senior MPs and allies of Starmer are distancing themselves, and calls for his resignation are growing louder. Critics warn that this move could undermine the democratic process, setting a dangerous precedent for future governments to bypass public approval. The public's anger has been palpable. Across the UK, protests have erupted in major cities, with demonstrators accusing Starmer of authoritarianism and demanding transparency. Central to the controversy is the revelation of a massive financial scandal involving the disappearance of $22 billion intended for public services like healthcare, housing, and infrastructure. This sum, allocated to local councils, was meant to address decades of neglect in struggling communities. However, it is now alleged that the funds were misappropriated, siphoned off, or funneled into private hands. Investigations into the scandal have revealed troubling signs of systemic financial mismanagement. Leaked documents and missing records have only added to the public's suspicion that the missing funds were part of a much larger cover-up. Whistleblowers have come forward with claims of inflated project costs and questionable contracts awarded to shell companies with no experience or outcomes. Analysts have raised concerns about unfinished projects, such as a medical facility that remains a barren construction site, gathering weeds instead of serving its intended purpose. As pressure mounts, the theory that Starmer's decision to delay the elections is an attempt to buy time and avoid further scrutiny is gaining traction. Opposition leaders are demanding a full parliamentary inquiry, and many are calling for an independent commission to investigate the missing funds. The situation has escalated from a political misstep to a full-blown crisis, with public confidence in Starmer's leadership rapidly eroding. Internationally, the UK's credibility is being questioned. Global media outlets and watchdogs have warned that this political upheaval could set a dangerous precedent, emboldening authoritarian regimes to undermine democratic processes under the guise of reform. The economic impact is also beginning to be felt, with the pound dipping and investor confidence faltering. The controversy surrounding the missing billions and the postponed elections has sparked a broader debate about the future of democracy in Britain. For many, this isn't just a political scandal, it's a national identity crisis. The integrity of the UK's democratic institutions is now at risk, and the stakes have never been higher. The Labour Party, once revitalized under Starmer's leadership, now faces the very real possibility of implosion. More leaks and whistleblower accounts are expected, and as the story continues to unfold, Britain finds itself at a crossroads. The fate of Starmer's government, and perhaps the future of British democracy, hangs in the balance. The question now is not just whether Starmer can weather this storm, but whether British democracy itself can survive.